Following President Trump's tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China, the EU has responded with countermeasures, escalating fears of a global trade war. The situation remains tense as both sides brace for impact. U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to impose tariffs on Canada, China, and Mexico has raised concerns around the world about a possible global trade war. And the European Union is paying close attention to the situation as Trump has already signaled his intention to impose tariffs on the bloc. A European Commission spokesperson, who did not give a name, told Euronews on Sunday that the EU regrets the U.S. decision to impose tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. We are currently not aware of any new customs duties imposed on EU products. Our trade and investment relationship with the United States is the most important in the world. The stakes are high. We should both seek to strengthen this relationship, the spokesperson said. The European Commission has already stated that tariff measures significantly increase the costs of doing business, harm workers and consumers. Tariffs create unnecessary economic disruption and fuel inflation. They are harmful to all parties. The spokesperson went on to explain that open markets and respect for international trade rules are essential for strong and sustainable economic growth. The EU firmly believes that low tariffs foster economic growth and stability in a strong, rules-based trading system. However, the EU will respond decisively. EU leaders reject tariffs. Global trade in goods and raw materials has proven to be a great success story that has brought prosperity to all. Us, so it is important not to divide the world with too many trade barriers, said German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. After meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer in the United Kingdom, Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani echoed Scholz. The tariff war is not good for anyone. We have ideas and strategies to protect our companies. Italy is the best ambassador of the EU in the dialogue with Washington. French Industry Minister Marc Ferracci told France Info that the EU would respond severely if tariffs were imposed. The response must focus on important products and must be biting, meaning it has an impact on the economy. The Americans must have a credible threat in the negotiations. He also suggested that the EU introduce Buy Europe legislation. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk posted a video on X saying there was reason to be concerned, but not to be afraid. And in an interview with Euronews a few days ago, the President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, warned that the EU would be ready to defend its interests if Washington imposes customs tariffs. The United States will defend its interests and Europe will protect its own. This is part of international relations. I think there is no need to predict or dramatize the problems. We need to treat them as they are. Problems that need to be solved, Costa said.